Alrighty, everybody, welcome to another segment of the Gambling Lab brought to you by Bogey Proof. Here to talk a little Travelers Championship, and this segment we're going to focus on the golf course, and we'll have our daily fantasy segment out later this week for you guys to set your lineups to. But we figured we'd give you a little course background before we do that. I got the full crew here again today: TJ, Paul, Prev, and myself. So yeah, let's get into it. Travelers Championship at TPC Riverhighlands. Always tough following the U.S. Open, but this course in the last, or this tournament, I should say, in the last 3-4 years has had a little buzz with some bigger names winning with Jordan, DJ, stuff like that. And it's home game for us, right? We've all spent some time in and around this golf tournament, and looking forward to another exciting year. I mean, it's a good change up from the U.S. Open after seeing these guys grind out and shoot winning score 6 under. Winning score is probably going to be in the 20s this week, which, you don't hate to see it every once in a while. Just have these guys remind us how insane they are at this game and go shoot 63, 64 a few days in a row and kind of put everybody in their place that, watch the US Open and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you made a double. Yeah, you can also make, 6 birdies in a row if you put them on a course.
Watch this. Yeah. Watch Jim Furyk shoot 59.
Jimmy. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so excited, man. Honestly, it's this is our home game. This is CT showing out. Ever since I had the pleasure to be there for Jordan's hole out from the bunker, the walk-off hole out, so to speak, which is obviously one of the coolest sports moments I've ever seen. Being pin high. I know Fontaine, you were there for that too. That was absolutely insane. The crowds. Jordan's talked about Connecticut having some of the best crowds there is. So if we're going from the U.S. Open crowd, which was absolutely electric, by the way, the Travelers crowd will show out, and CT always represents at the Travelers tournament. So expect birdies and beers and loudness at the Travelers Championship. Those are 3 guarantees for sure.
Best part about Travelers for me is when you got that final pairing or final 2 pairings that are walking up to 18. You got the bowl of people that they got to walk into. Now that crowds are back, I'm not sure if this is full capacity. Either way, these crowds are going to show out. These crowds have been notorious for being loud here in Connecticut, and I just can't wait. I mean, and looking at who we got coming out here to play this course, we're going to have some great competition. I mean, notably Brooks and Bryson. How awesome would it be to rip this course up and have them be at the top? I mean, beggars can't be choosers, but, man, it'd be awesome. Hopefully, whoever's going to win is going to be lights out this week. They're going to shoot high teens, low 20s, and just kind of follow up with the weather. Absolutely gorgeous to Connecticut standards. When I say that, New England is the worst weather around because it's so erratic. But if this is true, Thursday, 79 degrees and sunny. Weird. Friday, mostly sunny, 80. Saturday, some clouds in the morning, but sunny and 84. And then Sunday, 86. I've never been to a Sunday or a Saturday where it's been cold. Oh. It's always been humid, always been warm. So,
TJ, you remember when we went and Bubba won, and literally after he walked off the green, this monsoon of epic proportions just came down, and it was just
barely got in. It was so hot, so humid, and it'll just dump on you like that. But that was great. This is gonna be a great tournament. Summer
strong field,
so a lot of sun. And a strong field for after a U.S. Open too.
Yeah, and to get into the golf course itself a little bit. I mean, Jim Furyk shot 59 here, and I don't remember the year, but shot 59 here. The scores get low. Patrick Cantlay shot 60 here as an amateur, actually, way back in the day. So the low ones are out there, and it's ridiculous. One of my favorite parts about attending this, and any of our listeners, if you have a chance to grab some tickets, or if you're already planning on going this weekend, my favorite part, honestly, they have one of the best ranges on tour. This place. And they have grandstands behind it, similar to most places do. But it's just such a huge practice facility that's connected to the big putting green, connected to the short game area. I always, when I get there, spend at least 30, 45 minutes there right away. And hopefully, depending on the day you go and all that, you time it so you get some of the, if you get a guy, like I've gone in the past where Rory's played and, wasn't in contention or anything. So I go early on Saturday or Sunday morning, he's out there on the range about to go out at 9, 10 a.m. before while he's in like T30 or whatever it is. But sitting on that range, and you get so close to these guys at this range, like sitting there and watching them hit golf balls is my favorite part about attending live golf events. Obviously, when you get out there and you get guys making birdies in the crowd, the energy and all that going, that's a lot of fun too. But from just like a golf nerd perspective, watching these guys hit golf balls is just like I can't take my eyes off it when I'm out there. So that's one of my favorite parts too, and they have one of the better facilities to do that, just because how close you can get and how the range, putting green, chipping green, they're all right there, and like the walkway, the people that have tickets goes like right between all of them. So you're able to get right up and close and see all that stuff. So that's one of my favorite parts about this tournament. And the golf course itself, I mean, short par fives for these guys, they're all getting there. And then the kind of, it's well known, I guess, for that 15th hole there, that really short par 4. Water comes in pin high left. It's like I think it's only like 290, but there's no room. Yeah.
Big
like there's no huge, very couple
undulated
tiers in it. Yeah, a lot going on that green, and left of it goes down in the water, right of it's bunkers, and that's a scary bunker shot with the water behind you. So if guys do go for it, which a lot of them do, it's usually honestly not even a driver. For most guys, it's like a 3-wood, but it's a 3-wood where you got to kind of cut it up and make sure it's landing soft. If you come in high, you're going to have some issues with what's around that green. And then there's
the best spectating on tour too.
There.
This course has countless places that you can go. On that 16th hole, I believe it is, you can sit up on the hill and just watch them stripe long irons. I think last year or 2 years ago when Ches Reavie won, I spent literally 2.5 hours just parked on the 16th tee box and watch these guys just pepper 8-iron onto this green.
Yeah.
You can literally hear me in one of PGA Tour's Instagram posts because I was yelling at Ches Reavie, who I had on DraftKings that week, which was awesome. But you can go. There are so many places on this course that you can watch these guys and get real close. And, it's not the U.S. Open. So I like tournaments like this, and I know you guys agree, because for me, you guys know how big of a mouth I have. So I like to yell at these guys and engage with them and see if I can get some responses.
Are you going to say Brooksy this weekend?
No, I don't want to get my ass kicked. I like to go at the guys who don't have as big of a crowd, like Charlie Hoffman. Yeah, you're going to hear me this week. Or coming, I love chatting with the guys. You even see some celebrities walking around. I remember we saw Ray Allen. You remember when we saw Ray Allen walking around? You just see this majestically tall human being. You're like, wow, who is that?
Calhoun's around too.
You're not a regular person. Who are you? And you walk by, it's Ray Allen just walking the streets and whatever. But yeah, pleasure. There are so many great places you can really watch these guys, hit some really beautiful shots. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, some of the best, it kind of wraps throughout some condos that, are on the property at TPC Riverhighlands. But there are at least 2 or 3 spots on each 9 where you can go post up and see like a green, a tee shot, and a fairway. Like you're kind of right in the middle where you get a little hub that you can kind of post up at and see 3, 4, 5 groups go through and see them hit all different shots. I mean, on the front, you go sit by 6 tee, 7 green, 8 tee. You see par 5 tee shot, a really wild green, the 7th green coming in on a short par 4. You see some birdies and some made putts. And then you see the 8th tee, which is a long par 3, where you get to see, long irons. So you get to see a little bit. You get the driver, the putting, and the long irons. You sit there for an hour and a half and see a bunch of groups go through and see a bunch of guys hit a lot of different shots there. You can also go post up on the back right behind the 15th green, which we were talking about, that short par 4. That's where you see, the tee shots coming in there. So you might see an eagle or something like that. See the guys get creative around the greens, and then you turn around and you're on the 18th tee. And you get to see, the guys coming in 17 to that green as well. So it's not the biggest piece of property that you're going to see in a golf course, which makes it a little tough for TV sakes because they can't get cameras everywhere they'd like to with the condos and, whatever else that kind of winds through the condo area on that start of the back 9. So you don't get the best TV product that the course can offer here, just due to they got to put people somewhere too. But if you get there and, spend some time on the range, I usually go range and I go right out down 9, and I go post up on that 8-7-6 area for a little while, and then work my way to the back as certain groups make their way there. It offers a lot of good spots to grab 2 beers and go sit there for an hour. Whatever you got to do. It's one of the more underrated courses, I think, in terms of watching an event, because of how, we talked about scores are low. It's a short course, right? You don't have to walk 20 miles to go watch a few different groups play, where I've gone to a tournament at Medina with the BMW 2 years ago, whatever it is now. And the course is majestic. Like, don't get me wrong, it's otherworldly compared to TPC Riverhighlands, but you're not as close, and you can't go from hole to hole and watch 4 holes at once. It's just too big of a piece of property. You spend all day walking, unless you just say, all right, I'm going to sit on the 11th tee and the 12th green, or the 11th tee and 10th green for 2 hours. Like, you're only seeing 2 shots there, right? So I think it's a little bit unique at Travelers. And again, I haven't gone to every PGA Tour stop yet, so maybe I gotta get a bigger sample size here, but from the ones I've been at, this is the best of, you can sit somewhere and see a lot going on in one spot and not have to spend your whole day chasing groups and running across the course and all that stuff. So I think it's a unique place, and like we've said, it's a short course. These guys eat it up. With the weather being like TJ said, if it's hot and humid, they're going to have to water the shit out of the greens to keep them for the whole week, which means they'll be receptive, which means these guys are going to make a shit ton of birdies. I bet you first round leaders 8 under on Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
at least. Yeah, we're going to see mid-20s, I bet, by the end of it. Honestly, it's going to be it'll be an absolute shootout. The field is solid. Countless big names: DJ Brooks, Bryson, Patty Reed. Loaded up. Really excited for it. You just got to hope these guys all make the cut, so I can, we can all see them on Saturday, Sunday, and what have you. But yeah, turn your volumes up. You'll hear me out there on Sunday. That's for sure. So. Just get excited. I'm excited to see some eagles, some birdies, and some ripped drives. Brooks is known to go out there on this course and let it hang loose a little bit. So,
can't wait to watch Brooks.
They're not going to hold back on Cromwell CT. That's for sure. They're going to let it fly. So it's great.
Brooks, so as short as it is, it's big on driving accuracy, right? Just these guys find the fairway and then flip wedges in everywhere. So that's
it's literally a wedge every hole.
Hole one, if you miss the fairway, it's pretty hard to. Making par is not easy on that one. Just a couple roughs could be tough at times, but I remember
Hole one's pretty electric too. Honestly, that's seen on that first hole.
It's right to left, so if you hit it center to the left center of the fairway, it's going to kick off left, go down to that bunker area. You miss right, you're standing egregiously on a hill with the ball above your feet. But yeah, hole one starts, so you can really get a sense of how they're going to shoot that day.
You could spend the whole day on the little grandstands. There are grandstands literally right behind hole one, and you could just get a dead view of these guys pumping driver on the first hole. It's such a classic.
Didn't we see Rory do that?
Rip it. Yeah, dude.
We got there, and Rory was teeing off. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, they defended pretty well by putting up like
big tree on the left.
They defend it as well as they can, right? The scores still go low, but the short holes usually are like some height differential, right? Some elevation changes like you have on one. Fairways are super tight. They try to make the rough, respectably long where, they're not gouging it out sideways, but they can't get at certain pins if you're in the rough, kind of stuff like that. And they get super tight and windy when you're in and around that condo area, just due to, the way they had to kind of carve the golf course through it. They do kind of defend it as well as they can with some trees. I know that 10th tee shot is like that. It's like down a hallway with the big trees they have out there. So they do. I mean,
it's a good finish too.
Yeah, these guys are so good. It doesn't totally matter too much, obviously, given the scores. But it they do what they can, I guess. It's a good time, and it opens up to a lot of different winners too. Like you said, we've had Bubba, DJ, Jordan, some really high level kind of longer hitters, whatever. We've also had Ches Reavy one who hits it like notably short, but it's straight as shit. And
Keegan Bradley's a guy who puts around here because he's from Vermont, so the crowd's usually on his side here.
Yep. Yeah, Kevin Streelman's won here before. Like, so it opens it up to a lot of different people can win this, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm heading there Saturday with my girlfriend, so I'm looking forward to buzzing around there, posting up some beers, seeing a lot of golf shots, whatever it may be. So it's going to be a good time, and hopefully TPC kind of delivers the shootout that we can all enjoy to see back there watching them.
It's one of those places
on themselves at the U.S. Open on the back.
Yeah, it's one of those places where it's like if you're like getting into golf and you've never been to watch the pros hit golf balls before, this is a great place to start if you live in New England. The tickets aren't crazy. I mean, 2 years ago, I didn't even need tickets. I just walked in. No one said anything to me. It was a total mistake.
I don't know how that's going to work with COVID.
A volunteer told me to walk this way, and I walked that way, and I was on the 10th green all of a sudden, so I was in the course. But that's a different story. But either way, if you've never been to a golf tournament before and you want to go somewhere and have a lot of fun, this is a place where you do so. I mean, you see, you're going to be a lot of rowdy individuals. There's a lot of stuff to do and a lot of
entertainment
made. Yeah.
Remember the chipping contest? You had to chip over water onto the actual Travelers green. You win like a bag or sleeve of golf balls. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, they got a little like
good food
entertainment area down there behind
Bears Barbecue will be down there. Truly's.
They got some good stuff.
Sponsor.
Shout out Truly.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
The Grey Goose 10 is my personal favorite place.
Watch out.
Yeah. 19th holes, they start flowing. I mean, it's gonna be a great time. So I'm really excited. Let's hope all the big names make the cut. We're gonna help Bryson better make the cut. I'm gonna kill him. I want to watch him hit some bombs out there.
I want to see him
because the other thing is too, T, just like these guys, by this time of the year, it's real hot. So the ball
flies here.
These guys hit it far enough, but I think there was a video a couple years back of Brooks on 18 hitting a ball like 370. And I was on that tee box when he hit that, and I swear to God, the ball still hasn't landed. It was literally at peak height for like 10 seconds. It was crazy.
There was the old cart path down there that he hit it like on or over. It was just like unbelievable. That was on I don't think he wasn't around the top. Oh, he's at the top. He was kind of like a few strokes off. He wasn't going to win, but it was just enough where we're standing there because the next couple groups really mattered. And I remember the thing going over, and it's like, whoa. And then you saw the replays, and this thing was a mammoth shot. It was.
I've played there, and that path is not in play for normal people.
for normal,
no,
it's just not in range.
It's like,
got all of it.
I went like driver 6-iron on that hole, and he went driver and had 50 yards, and I was like, all right,
that's crazy. I will certainly be watching that Jordan Spieth round where he holed out that bunker. I mean, if you watch just that clip, I mean, just watch his reaction first of all. Watch the fans around there. The environment was incredible. I still have some videos, and I'm looking forward to them coming up on my Snapchat memories here in a week or so. It was a really good time. The environment will be. I think they're doing, TJ, to answer your question about full capacity. They're doing 10K fans a day. So that's still a solid number. By the end of the tournament, Saturday, Sunday, it'll be electric. In the last couple holes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And us Connecticut folk are a very loud bunch. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Looking forward to a fun week at the Travelers, and we'll be getting into daily fantasy lineups and all that fun stuff to set your DK and whatever else lineups you do later in the week. So, cheers, everybody! Enjoy the Travelers.
Cheers.
Cheers.